I'm here with Formula Restart and Season 4 champion Jean-Éric Vergne, who clinched his first title last month in New York. Now, Jean-Éric, what have you been doing since you won that title?
I went testing just one day after in Spain. Then I had a race in Austria in LMP2, which we won with my team G-Drive. Then we had a big party in south of France with all my friends. And then
going back to the beginning of the season, would it be fair to say that Techeetah and you guys were a little bit inconsistent in the first few races, and then you had there was the test session in Marrakesh, you rocked up in Santiago, and you guys got the 1-2 result. So, what sort of changed?
I wouldn't call it inconsistent. Like we always finished in the top 5 in the first races, which we were the only one to be doing that. So actually, that was quite consistent. And it wasn't quick enough or wasn't good enough. Always a small mistake here and there, not the right energy management, etc. And I think we made all the adjustment after Marrakesh. Obviously, having the test, one-day test really helped us. It was like it was one day for the other team, but for us it was so much more. When every other teams have done 15 days during winter testing, we have done none, and that we got one test. It's huge amount of percentage in terms of testing that we can do, and that really helped us for the rest of the season.
And speaking of the rest of the year, you didn't retire. You didn't have one single non-finish all throughout the year. And in a championship that's so famed for its close levels of competition and the sort of random elements and the bits that can go wrong, how did you achieve that sort of that level throughout the year?
Always taking the right amount of risk, never risking too much, but not always staying behind people in order not to risk anything. So I was going for it, but yeah, I was being careful not to crash and basically to finish the races.
You rock up in New York, it was you and Sam Bird, you were the only guys who could mathematically win the title. You had a points advantage there, but then there was a software problem in qualifying, so that you and your teammate Andre Losserer were disqualified, were put to the back, but you charged back, both of you, through the pack, and you ended up clinching the title with that race. What was going through your mind at that point in that race?
Well, first of all, before that race, the thing that helped me calm me down after the qualifying disaster was looking back at what happened in Zurich. And now I'm a very strong believer of everything happened for a reason. And Zurich, whatever happened to me, I could not really understand it. It's like we were very fast, we didn't make any mistakes, and yet many bad things happened in that race, and I had to do a lot of overtaking, a lot of energy management. And so I look back at that race in Zurich, and I was thinking, that's it. That's what it happened. It was to teach me how to come through the field, starting nearly last, and that's why I learned a lot of things in Zurich, and that now I can put it in action for the race in New York, where I started last. I think it was the best race I've done in Formula E.
And how did it feel to finally seal the title when you came across the line?
At first, I didn't know I had clinched the title because I didn't know where Sam was, and my engineer told me it should be good, and that's the worst thing that he can tell me. He say, is it good or it's bad? I don't want to know. It should be, and then he tell me, well, he finished 9th, you finished 5th, so with the calculation, it should be fine. And then I said, okay, whatever, man. I unplugged the radio. I didn't want to hear what he was saying anymore because I didn't know from him. Obviously, they knew, but I think he could not talk anymore. And then I saw Andre passing me and clapping, and then I saw the TV. It was written champion, and yeah, that's how I found out. So it was a very special moment. In this kind of moment, you wish the in-lap would be endless, never stops. But no, it was very, very nice. The low point was probably I think Rome. Yeah, Rome was not very good. I've done the absolute best I could with the speed I had, and the speed I had was very poor. I broke my thumb, and I could not turn in the left corners. Right. So I was screaming every time I was driving, and
it was quite a twisty final sector, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very twisty, and I could never take any oversteer, because if I would have oversteer, you need to hold the steering wheel back in the other way, and with the thumb, I could not do it, so I would have crashed in the wall. So I had to be constantly very conservative because I didn't have the strength to hold the steering wheel.
Now, there was a second controversial moment for you and Andre in New York, in that ahead of the second race, you got fined for wearing incorrect, non-compliant fireproof underwear. Can you tell us why that happened and what was going on there?
I have no idea what happened there, but Talking about this, I find it quite, I don't find it normal. I mean, not to have fines, whatever. We do something wrong, we got either penalty, fine. I'm not discussing that. I'm discussing why should we have underwears that are protecting from fire while we don't drive with petrol anymore. We drive with an electric car. So
batteries could be.
It doesn't burn.
No,
It consumes itself, but the car doesn't burn.
Right.
So I don't really understand why we have something protecting us from the fire, why the real danger should be electricity.
Maybe it should be like rubber underwear.
I have no idea, but yeah, I haven't thought of that yet.
One for next year, perhaps. Well, then, looking ahead to that, can you defend your crown? You've got a new manufacturer backing. You've got the target on your back now. How are you looking ahead to next year?
Yeah, I think I definitely can. But once again, I'm not going to take it like I have to defend something. I'm going to say I've got one title, it's behind. Now there is a second one to take, and it's not like I have to defend it. That if somebody still take it from me, he's going to take also the championship I won last year. So in my way of thinking, it's going to be, yeah, let's go for the second one. And honestly, I cannot rate the chances we have, because we have a new car, new generation of Formula E. We have absolutely no idea where the other teams are standing. Maybe they're going to be much faster. Maybe we're going to have the best car by far. Who knows? But the only thing is that I'm very motivated to win again. And winning, success brings success. And in my case, it brought me a lot of motivation to go further and win more.
Okay, well, thank you, Jean-Éric Vergne, for coming in. It's good to see you today. Now, if you were impressed with Jean-Éric's performance in Formula E this season, then please do let us know in the comments section. And don't forget to buy Autosport magazine out this Thursday, where we'll have our Formula E season review, and also our Formula E top 10 drivers on Autosport Plus on autosport.com this Friday.